Hi friends, and welcome to today's video. As you can see by the title, we are doing another knitting video, and I am really excited for this one because it's a little bit fall theme based on the item that I'm making. So welcome to this video. As always, let me know in the comments what you're doing during this video, whether you're crafting or some people say they're cleaning, which I'm like, good for you. You're more productive than me. But I am so excited for this. So let's get straight into this video. First things first, we need to introduce the project. I've mentioned this a little bit on my other platforms. I didn't record the entire process, but I was getting a lot of questions on Instagram, so I figured we should finish this project together and I can talk to you about it. This is the oil cardigan by We Are Knitters. I decided to make it as boring as possible by doing it just in a plain gray. I have been knitting my little stockinette heart out, size 15 needles. They do feel more like drumsticks than they do like knitting needles. We are at the portion of assembling. So let's get our assembling station ready. As you can see, I'm a crafter who clearly likes to sprawl out. That's why my bed's not only meant for sleeping and napping, but it's also one of my favorite places to craft. And that leads me to the sponsor of today's video. Huge thank you to Mattress Firm and Walmart for not only giving me amazing sleep, but giving me the comfiest, coziest crafting station. I'm here to formally tell you, in case you didn't know, that Walmart carries so many of the brands that you love, just like Mattress Firm. Sleep is so important, and I feel like that's really just one of the adulting things when you're out of high school and college that you realize, wow, this really makes a huge difference. And that's why I love Mattress Firm. I'm using Mattress Firm's 3-inch gel memory foam mattress topper, and guys, let me tell you, mattress toppers are a game changer. I stood by this even in college because you know those mattresses that the school gives you, they're terrible, they're awful. This mattress topper is not only so cushy and comfy, and like my cloud sweater, it's like my bed is a cloud, but it's also cooling, which if you're like me and you're a hot sleeper, cooling mattresses, mattress toppers, sheets, also a game changer. Products from Mattress Firm and others that are on walmart.com are affordable, trendy, and at such great prices. So make sure to check out walmart.com if you are looking to transform your sleep or even just your cozy hangout spot. Now let's get back to sewing our pieces together. Hello and welcome to my comfy cozy bed. This is always my spot of choice when I'm gonna be assembling things because I obviously need a lot of room. And what's comfier and cozier than crafting on the bed? Let me pull up my pattern because I actually am lost without it. I believe our next step, now that I have all 5 of my pieces done though, is to assemble all of it. Then I pick up stitches to make the kind of a ribbing. And then at some point, guys, you know, I'm gonna have to weave in all these ends, which I was just thinking, and I like don't really know how this, oh wait, actually, I was gonna say, I don't know how this is gonna work because the yarn is so thick. I don't have huge needles, but I think if I just like shove it through the hole of the needle, it might work. I'm gonna have to make it work, I guess. So let's see what I should do first. I see. So what we're gonna do is we're going to lay our back panel down and we're gonna sew the tops of these 2 front side panels to attach kind of up here. I need my yarn. We have our yarn now, and I'm just gonna get a longer piece than I need. Do you see this, guys? It's so thick. Will she be able to thread it through this little needle? Let's see. Oh. Ah! Not too bad. I'm also gonna make it really long so that I don't have to thread it again. That is very long. Okay. Let's go for it. 12 stitches. I'm supposed to make 12 stitches. And now I can do the other side. We like to minimize threading. Oh my gosh. Wait, this looks good. Do you see it? Do you see it? This is a pretty exciting moment because now I wouldn't call this wearable, but at least I can get an idea. Not really. This looks like it's a sweater with like full-on sleeves because of how curly this is. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of, have you seen those like fake sweaters that you wear literally just like this? That's literally what this is. I always feel so edgy too when all the ends aren't woven in, but this this actually did a lot less for me than I thought, but this is what it's looking like so far. I guess at least I can get kind of a feel of how thick this material really is. I'm fully obsessed with how thick and chunky this is. I'm not really sure yet if I'm supposed to or if I'm going to block this. I think I'm getting a really not a full picture of what this is gonna look like because it's so curly, but I wanted this to be a little more oversized, and so I'm making a size medium, but honestly it doesn't seem that oversized. How's the back look? All I can tell you is that it's warm. So the next step, like in my head, I thought you were going to like attach all the pieces. So I was gonna do this and then sew up here and sew the sleeves. Keep in mind the sleeves are also panels. So I need to still sew the sleeves together as well. Now that I'm looking at this, I'm like, geez, did I make this whole thing a little small? I have a lot of sewing to do, but before we get back to the sewing, I need to pick up stitches along the front and the neckline because we're gonna be making kind of like a ribbing like this, like a pretty thick one. I don't know if I'm gonna make it as thick as it is in the picture. It might be a little bit thinner. Hers is pretty thick, but I think the ribbing will really tie it together, and obviously the ribbing will make this stop curling. So that's the exciting part. It is clearly much later, but we are back and we are ready to continue working on this. The next step, I think I mentioned prior, is adding the ribbing around the neckline and the front panels. And at first, to me, it makes sense to do this as the last step, like the finishing touch. But I was thinking about it and I'm guessing they do this now just so that you don't have to mess around, like carry the entire sweater with the sleeves on it while you're knitting it. I guess it's just like less pieces. I don't know. I haven't picked up stitches in a really long time, so I need to watch a little TikTok video on how to do that. So, to be quite honest, I don't think I knit this quite correct, so I don't know if I'll be able to pick up the stitches right, but we're gonna try. So I'm supposed to, girl, what am I supposed to do? This looks crazy, but now all we have to do is one by one rib. Guys, I think it's the next, I don't remember when I filmed last, but what's important is I just finished doing half of the ribbing, like lining, and this makes a world of a difference, which makes sense because now you can actually see the shape forming. Oh my gosh, it looks beautiful. I'm a sucker for some chunky ribbing like this. I did make it a little bit shorter than the pattern called for, just for preference. Wow, look at that difference. It's all coming together. Obviously, not even at the vest point yet. We're at the point where we're almost done lining the front. Then it'll look like an actual shape. And then from there, it's go, go, go. It's connect the sleeves. Actually, from there, this is the last knitting portion. After that, it's just stitching up the sleeves. Like, I've just been doing little chunks of this throughout the week because it's been pretty busy. So I haven't been able to do like a sit down, knit my heart out, but it is kind of nice just having like the evening where I can just get a little bit of knitting in, and honestly, like even a little bit is still making a huge difference. So let's keep picking up stitches and finish off the ribbing around the front and the collar. Why this dirty chai latte was $12. That is insane. At least it's good. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done. I might have cried a little bit. I've had a lot of caffeine, but that means I'm extra ready to hopefully finish my sweater today. I don't know if I'll weave in all the ends and everything, but I think I'll be able to at least have a completed sweater because all that I have to do is attach these three pieces together. So I have the body, and then I have two sleeves. However, the sleeves are both just panels right now. So I have to sew them together on the side and then also attach them around the shoulders, but I don't think that will be a problem at all. Honestly, the sewing portion goes by pretty quickly. It's so much faster than connecting things by doing like single crochets. I finished this. Oh, I also have to do this. I have to connect these together because you do the ribbing on one side and the other, and then you have to connect it. But I finished this, I think last night. And so we kind of have the vest. How exciting is that? It's not really a vest because the sides aren't connected yet, but like you can at least see the shape of the body now, which is so exciting. I am seriously so excited to wear this. I want to wear it to a pumpkin patch. I want to wear it kind of everywhere, not gonna lie. I do this with every project I do, if I'm gonna be honest, but I am already thinking about what other colors I want to do this in. And I'm also thinking, like, how cute would this be if you just added some buttons? I guess you would have to do something different with the neckline, but I don't know. That would also be cute. So let's get to finishing this freaking cardigan today. What's been going down when you see this. I was deciding to be a little bit responsible about things, and I wove in as many ends as I could. Some of them are still out because I have one big part to like stitch up. There will just be more ends to weave in there, but I got a little head start and we have like a half functional cardigan right now. Let me show you. Guys, it is heavy. What do you think? It is so chunky. Oh my gosh, it feels like as thick as a puffer jacket or something. It's still not even half functional because the sleeves aren't connected, the sides aren't connected, but I think it's functional enough for me to try it on. This is the moment. Not really, because it's not done, but we're partially to the moment. It's so funny. Can you tell now? Like the sleeves are literally, yeah. Oh my. I wonder if the camera picked that up. That was like the loudest neck crack ever. I did have to redo stitching these sleeves together a couple times just because my measuring was very bad. Oh my goodness. We have the bulk of this cardigan done. Like if I just hold it in the right position, besides these ends, it looks kind of complete. Minus the sides. Oh my gosh, guys. This is like actually everything I've ever dreamed of. It is so warm. It is so warm. It is literally a jacket. Okay, well, this is just coming together quite lovely. All that I have to do is stitch up here and weave in those ends. And then the cardigan will be finished. So let's get to it. Oh, and I need to stitch the tag on. I might not do that today though. I'll do that in a little bit. This. It looks a lot smaller than I feel like a medium should be. I'm probably gonna block this like next week, and I have a couple more ends to weave in, but I'm too excited. We have to try this on. Guys, this is so thick. This is chunkier than anything that I own. It's very heavy. Like, I'm not kidding when I tell you this is gonna be as warm as like most of the jackets I own. All right. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Of course, I'm only looking at it in a viewfinder and like feeling it, but oh my gosh. This is kind of as good as it gets. I'm so happy about the adjustments I made too. I feel like the sleeves are like the perfect length and the cuffs go right here so that like it's just perfect. I think I told you guys this. I adjusted the ribbing a little bit here, so I think it's just one row shorter than the pattern said, and I made the cuffs here a little bit shorter too, and then I made the sleeves wider and not tapered, but those were the changes I made. This is a size medium. I actually kind of like how it fits right now, honestly. It's kind of the perfect bulkiness, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna block it or what I'm gonna do, but oh my gosh, just look. You can tell how thick this is. Amazing. I'm gonna end off the video here. I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me in this video and crafting or just watching, whatever you were up to. As always, if you were crafting, let me know in the comments what you were up to or just what your current project, hobby, anything is. I can't stop looking at it. I'm so happy about this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.